Hello, congratulations to the class of 2020. It is a privilege to be your principal on this very special day, or days, considering we had to make many adjustments to our typical ceremony. Even this speech, I normally get to look at your eager and smiling faces and feel an overwhelming sense of joy, but today, I am in an empty auditorium. However, it doesn't change the fact that I am honored to have been here the past 4 years to watch you grow as young adults and to be here to celebrate with you on this truly momentous occasion. I'd like to take a moment in remembrance for those family and friends who could not share this time with you. As you wrap up your high school career, it is important to acknowledge the people that helped you all get to where you are today. In fact, I'd like to recognize all of those that helped you get to where you are today. This is the point in the speech where the graduates would applaud their families, friends, and teachers, and the Cross Insurance Arena would be filled with cheers and smiles. Graduates, while you're listening and watching, please take time to thank the following people: your parents, guardians, grandparents, aunts, uncles, siblings, cousins, and close friends of the family. These people, along with those who cannot be here, have supported you throughout the years of your entire journey leading up to today. I'd like to recognize the RSU 57 staff, both present and those who have moved on to other opportunities or who have retired, including teachers, ed techs, bus drivers, administrators, custodians, counselors, school board members, superintendents, secretaries, and others. There are 3 teachers that are completing this journey with you that I would like to recognize as they look forward to retirement. Mr. Ed Eisenstadt, 45 years of service, 43 of those years at RSU 57. Mr. Robert D., 25 years of service, 9 of those with RSU 57. And Mr. John Cousins, 40 years of service, 24 of those with RSU 57. All of these people have shaped who you are today. The African proverb that it takes a village to raise a child comes to mind when I think about each of you in your journey thus far. At the beginning of the year, I knew this graduation ceremony was special. You, the class of 2020, are the first class that I have been the principal for all 4 years of your high school career. You are also the 50th class to graduate from Massabesic High School, and I'm sure back in 1970, they could never have imagined a graduation like this. I know I couldn't have imagined COVID-19 back in September. Sure, we could focus on the loss of the rest of your senior year, the loss to celebrate with your peers, and the loss for your families. Instead, I want to focus on how this class will forever have a special place in all of our hearts. Throughout this pandemic, as difficult as it has been to grieve the losses and to not know the answers, I'll remember how this class and this community came together during these uncertain times to reaffirm what we do know for certain, that we are Mustang Nation and we are Mustang Strong. You all have so many accomplishments to be proud of. As a class, you have completed over 11,000 hours of community service. Many of you have completed programs through the Sanford Regional Technical Center or Biddeford Regional Center of Technology, or taken classes through YCCC. Your efforts as a whole have not gone unnoticed in the classroom, on the field, in the auditorium for Mustang Theater, during pep rallies, during your performances for band and chorus, and much more. For many of you, your accomplishments also carry on into your lives outside of school. Although graduation marks the end of a journey, it is also the beginning of the next journey. Whether you plan on going on to post-secondary schooling, to join the armed forces, or to go into the workforce, it's time to celebrate what you have accomplished thus far and look forward to your future accomplishments. On behalf of the staff of RSU 57, we are proud of you and we look forward to the positive impact you will make in the future. You have learned life lessons that will truly empower you with resiliency and ingenuity that other classes before you did not have to face. It's not about where you have been, but rather where you are going now that is important. Congratulations again to the class of 2020, our newest alumni of Mustang Nation. In closing, I'd like to invite Superintendent Mr. Larry Malone up to the stage.
It is an honor and a privilege to address the Massabesic class of 2020. Our graduation is typically a formal event held to commemorate the completion of a degree. At the beginning of this school year, the anticipation of receiving your diploma in the traditional Massabesic ceremony would be the capstone of a long-awaited accomplishment. However, this spring we became very aware of how small the world can be and how we must rely on others. This pandemic we are facing is very new to many of us, but not to others from around the world. As we all struggled to find the balance in our lives while adjusting to these new changes, many of our plans had to be altered, including how education would be delivered and specifically how to conduct your ceremony. I recognize that you may feel a loss of a most memorable moment, but I ask that you focus on the positive aspects of the accomplishment. Many of the memorable aspects of a graduation are the physical hugs, handshakes, and the gatherings. However, the most important memory of graduation is sharing it with loved ones, which we all know that social distancing measures cannot eliminate. COVID-19 cannot take away your accomplishment, limit your potential, nor can it change the love you share. Be proud of your accomplishments up to now, and stay eager to move on, and make a difference for yourself and others. Be sure to surround yourselves with people who are supportive of you. Take time to thank those who have been there for you and provided the needed guidance. Always choose to share kindness. Never has there been a graduating class during my time in education that will be so fondly remembered for persevering. Your graduation ceremony is the most unique and may even be the most special as a result of the times we are in. Embrace the thought and consideration given by so many who love you, and recognize the efforts taken in order to customize your graduation during this unprecedented time. I leave you with a quote by American poet Maya Angelou. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. On behalf of the RSU 57 Board of Directors and myself, I want to congratulate the graduates of the class of 2020 and wish you all the best. Good luck.
I'd like to introduce the next student speaker. Emily Morin is the class president of the class of 2020. She is the daughter of James and Christine Morin of Lyman. Emily played softball and field hockey for 4 years and was selected to the SMAA all-academic teams for each sport. In softball, she was a member of the Captain's Council for 3 of the 4 years, and in her senior year was captain of the field hockey team. Her abilities on the softball team earned her the SMAA Honorable Mention Award. As a junior, Emily was inducted into the National Honor Society, and she was president of her class for her freshman, junior, and senior years. Emily will attend the University of Maine, majoring in athletic training. Without any further ado, I'd like to introduce Emily Morin.
Hi everyone, if you don't know me, my name is Emily Morin and I am your class president. Alright, I don't want to make this too long because I know I'll start crying, but I just want to start off by saying we're here, we've made it. I swear our class of 2020 has gone through the most nonsense more than any other class at this school. We've had building changes, schedule changes, building changes again, and then this whole corona thing that just put a giant wrench in our senior year. But I don't want to get all caught up in that. I want to talk about why we're all actually here and to celebrate our journey that led us to this moment. We are all here to celebrate these past 13 years. That's 13,650 hours of classes, not counting homework that we sat through, had who knows how many mental breakdowns and failed countless times. But we're also here to celebrate the good things, like the playoff games, championships, the pep rallies that were actually hyped this year, the Friday night lights that were also hyped this year, especially when we all got baby powder stuck up our hair and in our nose. Also, all the friendships we've made that help you get through those tough times in your life or give you homework that you didn't do the night before. These friendships that you've made and lost all have had an impact on your life and who you are as a person. I want you all to think about the 210 other Massabesic students that are graduating with you. You may not even know half of them, but that's totally okay. We have all gone through this high school experience together, and we are all here for the same reason. We are all here because we have a purpose to do something great in our lives, and this is the first step towards doing that. We are going on to different things, but this school is what brings us all together. No matter what you say, if you hated it or loved it, Massabesic High School showed us exactly how many times you can shut down a bathroom and how to get back up after you've been knocked down. Because you know what? Even through everything that's happened, we still got our caps and gowns on, we walked across the stage, and we got a piece of paper that says we all made it. We all did this and accomplished a very big thing together. Lastly, I want to thank the softball and field hockey teams and coaches because you've all had a great impact on me and have given me so many awesome memories. Go bring us home some hardware next year. I want to thank my family, mom, dad, and twin brother, Curtis. Yes, I have a twin, for helping me in dealing with my mood swings, late night practices, and teaching me how to be a better person. I want to thank Jake, Ben, Blake, and Mitchell for letting me and Julia do your eyebrows every once in a while. And I want to thank Jordan for always putting a smile on my face by doing the stupidest things every day. And especially Julia, who's been there for 13 years now. You've been my rock and my therapist for so long. Thank you for putting up with me all this time. I couldn't imagine anyone else by my side. Whew. I want to thank all my friends throughout all of our years of elementary, middle, and high school. You guys have gotten me through the toughest times and have celebrated the best times with me, and I love you all so much for that. I'm going to end this speech with something that I know. Why am I so shaky? I'm going to end this speech with something that I know has been used many times in these speeches, but has meant so much to me and a lot of the softball girls and whoever has had Gallo as a teacher. Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. Because no matter how far you travel, what college you go to, or where you end up in life, we will always have that Mustang pride. Thank you.
Our next student speaker is Andres Vargas. He's the son of Andres Vargas Alba and Lisa Vargas of Lyman. Andres has been a member of the swimming and diving team throughout high school and was named captain for his junior and senior years. He was a member of the math team for 3 years, serving as captain senior year. Andres also participated in the MHS Thomas Cup STEM competition in grade 12 and was a finalist. As a junior, he received the Rochester Institute of Technology's Computing Medal Award. During high school, he has also held a part-time job. Andres will be attending the University of Maine Orono, majoring in computer science. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Mr. Andres Vargas.
Hey there, class of 2020. It is my honor to stand, or rather be recorded, before you today to congratulate you on this major accomplishment. Not only is graduating under normal circumstances an amazing achievement, but we have also done amidst this pandemic. I must admit, it is pretty disappointing that we didn't have a prom, project grad, or a traditional graduation, but we still made it. Today, we mark history as being unique, graduating amidst a global pandemic, but it also marks our transition into adulthood. I would like to say thank you to all of the people who have gotten us to this point, from the administration, to our teachers, to our families. We thank you for working hard every day to allow us to reach this point in our lives. We have worked hard all our lives to make it to this point, and we have reached the finish line. We have walked to our classes for the last time, been to our last meets or games, and eaten our last chicken burgers. One of the most important lessons I have learned at Massabesic is that if you work hard and persevere, you can accomplish anything. During our time at Massabesic, we have had standards and goals to measure our success. However, in life, there are no standards or goals for us to reach. Thus, we must set goals for ourselves to measure our progress. As Henry Ford once said, if you think you can do a thing or you think you can't do a thing, then you're right. So, when setting your goal, remember to aim high, and if you miss the goal and only make it halfway the first time, that's okay. The important thing is that after you make it halfway, you get back up and keep trying. Now, a new chapter of our lives starts. A number of us are going to college, others are going to trade school, some to the military, and a few of us are going into the workforce. No matter where you're going, you all have the potential to do whatever you want to do. For the first time in our lives, we can go wherever we want, do whatever we want, and fulfill our dreams. One thing to remember moving forward is that it's okay to fail. I'm sure we've all had a moment, whether in sports, academics, fine arts, or even in our personal lives, where we have failed. Say you missed a PR in track, fumbled the ball in football, didn't get the grade you wanted on a project you spent so much time on, or whatever the case may be. I'm sure that most of you didn't give up. I'm sure that you all got up, dusted yourselves off, went back to practice, went back to class, stayed after, or quite literally ran the extra mile just so you could meet that goal. Everyone here has gone through their own struggles to get to this point, and each and every one of us has earned it. So remember that out there, in the real world, when you fall down so you don't get that dream job, you experience financial hardship, or you lose someone close to you, that you must not give up. You have to remember to pick yourself back up and keep going. As Vince Lombardi once said, it's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get back up. So after these 13 years of education, we have all grown up into very capable young men and women. And despite the hardships we face due to sports, academics, clubs, our families, or the coronavirus, we still made it. Congratulations and good luck, class of 2020.
I'd like to introduce our first student speaker, Benjamin Levesque. Ben is the son of Daniel Levesque of Biddeford. Ben is a 4-year member of Massabesic High School's choral department and is currently serving as president for both chorus and chamber choir. He was recognized by the Maine Music Educators Association District 1 for being amongst the best singers in Maine. It was named to the All-Star Choir his senior year. Away from MHS, Ben was an intern with his former Biddeford Journal Tribune as a staff writer. He published several articles, including his own manuscript, Serling's Complex Parables, under a pen name. He was invited to participate in the National Youth Leadership Training, where after his first year, he was asked to become a member of the staff, working with other staff members to teach skills to new participants. He completed his training as a course leader in 2019, training not only participants, but staff also. In the last year of high school, Ben decided to round out his abilities with athletics. Having never run before, he trained rigorously, and by the end of the season was recognized as a varsity runner, earning a spot on the SMAA All-Academic Team. Other achievements include the Prudential Spirit Community Service Award as a Maine State honoree, earning the Eagle Scout Award from the Boy Scouts of America, and he's this year's Maine's Principal Association Award recipient from Massabesic High School. In the fall, Ben will be attending Dartmouth College, majoring in economics. Without any further ado, I'd like to introduce Mr. Benjamin Levesque.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, class of 2020. For the first time in Massabesic High School's 50-year history, that greeting is applicable. From wherever you are sitting, I hope you are well. For some of you, Thursday is less the name of a day than what that day should contain. For others, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're just tumbling out of bed. And for those of you who are deemed our essential workers, you're waking up to another day of anxiety, frustration, and confusion. Today, we're all breathing different air. And for our essential workers, for those who continue to work through this each and every day, our society is obligated to give thanks. Thank you to you and your families for enduring the Sisyphean trial. While this may seem never-ending, this is not an invisible enemy. It is a wide-reaching and all-encompassing pandemic. Yet, on the eve of this new era, our seniors are being asked to pack up, to move out, and to head forward into the global community. Nowadays, we are being looked toward as the promised few, the generation that will deal with the ongoing climate crisis, the generation that will negotiate international trade agreements, the generation that will revive our economy once this epidemic has ended. Seniors at Massabesic High School, you're responsible for rebuilding, reforming, and reinventing the world at large. You're responsible for being the next class of creative problem solvers. Therefore, as you contemplate your next steps, consider how you remember yourself during this episode in world history. How did you react, for instance, when you saw that the unemployment rate was 15%? What time did you normally get out of bed, if at all? Who did you text? Who didn't you text? What recipes did you try? When did you think it was going to be over? And how did you think you were going to pull through? All things considered, ask yourself who you were now, the spring and the summer of 2020. It is my sincere hope that a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, you'll look back on today without regret or shame. I hope that in a decade, you and I can recall, though not relish, the moment when we as a class rose to the occasion. You have a duty to yourself and to others, Massabesic. You are the generation that will have to face our society's greatest problems, but that responsibility demands your endurance and your discipline today. I'm sorry that this year wasn't yours. I'm sorry for what you've had to go through to get here, and I'm most sorry for those of you who have lost people along the way. But remember who you were today. Remember who cleaned the house, who went to work because they had to, and who looked toward the future when this would all be over. If anything, you should remember that this wasn't and still isn't easy. Because if you forget that this was how it was, then we would have learned nothing. Seniors, you've spent the last 4 years here. Maybe you tried, maybe you didn't, but at least most of you stayed in the building. Congratulations on making it this far, as long as the road may have seemed. And all the best as each of you decide where your own roads will turn next. With that, I think it's time to bounce.
It's with great pleasure that I now introduce our faculty speaker. Every new educator enters the field with wide eyes, ready to tackle any curriculum put before them. Little do most of them know how much of an impact they will have on shaping and supporting those who sit in their classes. In 2012, Massabesic High School was fortunate enough to have a teacher join a staff that embodied a vast knowledge of content and a heart large enough to take in any student who may need her help and assistance. At any given time, when one walks by her room, you will see students engage in creating things that they never thought they could, ranging from rockets that can shoot over 100 feet in the air or a bridge made of popsicle sticks that can hold over 200 pounds. Mrs. Harmon has a natural gift to create a classroom that allows students to push their limits, and more importantly, she embeds the belief within them that they can do more than they ever thought. It is for this reason that the class of 2020 has voted Mrs. Harmon to be their faculty speaker. She has helped all of her students find their true potential and lead them to believe that they can accomplish more. She has dedicated 8 years of service to our school as a class advisor, cross-country coach, advisor of the Zero Waste Club, peer helpers, and the Big Brothers and Big Sisters program. It is my distinct honor to introduce to you Mrs. Kara Harmon.
Thank you. Congratulations, class of 2020. You made it. I am honored to be here today, and thank you for allowing me to address the class during one of the most memorable days of your lives. The final third of your senior year has certainly been as unique as each and every one of you. Not only have you completed the school year remotely, but most of you were juggling jobs and family obligations as well. I'm impressed with your ability to multitask and prioritize during these very uncertain times. You should be proud. In an effort to prepare for today's address while managing my nerves, I decided to ask for a bit of help. I wouldn't be standing where I am today had I been afraid to reach out for support along the way. I figured who better to assist me in offering words of advice than Massabesic High School alumni. Although most expressed their empathy regarding the way your senior year has ended, a clear message became evident throughout. When alumni reflect on their years at the high school, the most memorable experiences aren't necessarily specific events. Instead, the overwhelming majority are thankful for the connections and the relationships that they have formed with all of their teachers and friends. A culmination of reflecting on your high school experiences as a whole. The friendships you have forged and the support you have provided to one another, especially now, will not be forgotten. The toolbox of skills provided to you through classroom exercises, voc programs, alternative ed settings, job experiences will help you to achieve success in the future. Sharing excitement and school pride at pep rallies and during Spirit Weeks united the student body as a whole. Coffee house nights, student council events, parties at Beach No. 2, performances, field trips, and cheering on your favorite sports teams will continue to provide a sense of joy for years to come. More than ever, the relationships you built throughout your time at MHS have allowed you to reach this point. Whether it be the frantic emails regarding online assignments to your teachers, the ongoing, nagging calls to remind you to log on and complete at least one of your summatives, or the check-ins to make sure you are managing it all the best as can be, maybe the vent sesh you have with your best friend, these interactions have created an even stronger bond. I can't tell you how many times over the last few months I heard the excitement in your teachers' voices just because you reached out. Trust me, most of us didn't get into this career for the fancy offices and competitive salaries. We became teachers because we wanted to support our students. We yearned for the connections we developed with each of you. During these challenging times, I'd like to reflect on the strength, perseverance, and resilience that each of you have demonstrated, not only through your high school career, but over the last 12 years. For some, academic achievement came naturally. For others, it was a struggle to find the solutions, but you made the decision to keep going. In all, you made the choice to work harder and self-advocate in order to achieve success. With supports from your family and friends, teachers, staff, coaches, role models, and the community, graduation became a reality. Although remote learning and social distancing has certainly been a challenge, so many of you have already overcome your own personal obstacles to get to this point. We have suffered loss and managed to cope with illness. We have supported one another to assure that everyone has the ability to succeed. The skills you have maintained over the years will hopefully provide you with the greater opportunities in the future. This is the time for you to turn over a new leaf. Use it as a jumping-off point for creating the person you want to become. Take risks and know that sometimes those decisions lead to failure. That's okay. The lessons you learn from the experience and the motivation to persevere are invaluable. Finally, I'd like to share some of my own personal lessons learned. My road to becoming an educator has definitely been a twisted one. However, there are a few beliefs that have guided my path. Be kind to one another. We are all fighting our own battles, some more quietly than others. Realize that a simple smile has the potential to go a long way. Be confident. Stand up for what you believe in, but respect that not everyone feels the same way. Differences in opinions and ideologies are what make us unique. How boring the world would be if we all agreed. Get involved, whether it be volunteering with the fire department, continuing the family business, or helping out in the community. Your time and efforts make a difference. Recognition is not guaranteed, but intrinsic gratification should be plenty. Continue to learn. Regardless the path you choose after high school, remain open-minded and listen to advice from those with experience. Asking questions is not a sign of weakness, but rather an attempt to become the best at what you do. Be proud. Understand that there will always be someone more skilled, better looking, or who earns more money. As long as you give it your best effort, no one can steal your pride. Take chances. Circling back to our advice from alumni, most stated that they regret not taking more chances. Perhaps trying out for the sports team or applying for that new job. Life revolves around change, and for most of us, change is scary. However, more often than not, that change leads to a more rewarding and promising future. Lastly, be thankful. Reflect on the good in the world and find peace knowing that we still have each other. I am extremely thankful to have the opportunity to speak to you all today. I'm thankful for the staff, administrators, and community members that worked to ensure that graduation still took place. And most importantly, I am thankful for each and every one of you, members of the class of 2020. I love you, and we're so proud.
Up to present the Faculty Bowl, I'd like to invite Commander Michael Donlin.
Thank you, Mr. Hand. Greetings, class of 2020. In the face of the COVID pandemic, billions of students worldwide were unexpectedly launched into a virtual learning scenario. For some of you, that was not anything new because you might have been taking online classes, perhaps through a community college or in some other capacity. But for many of you, this was unfamiliar territory and you were redirected in your learning. So what lessons can we take away from this experience? First off, expect there to be further and unanticipated changes that may take you out of your comfort zone. These could result in changes to your habits, modifications to your goals, or cause you to modify your perspective. To respond to changes requires us to be both resilient and adaptive. Some ideas might be helpful in embracing those changes. Many of these concepts you may have already heard of, and you might want to keep some in your emergency toolbox. First off, be a decision maker. This means using your head to clearly weigh options and your heart to confirm it and confirm what's best for you. It means letting your conscience guide you in making the decisions that you know are the right thing to do. Learn what success is for you and how you will measure that success. One of those indicators of success should be your response to any misfortune that you face. You will fail, but always look for the silver lining in every situation. Learn from your mistakes and use that knowledge to guide your future actions. You will need an open mind to move forward from failure. Figure out how you can do better at the next challenge. Find your purpose in life. We are all here for a mission to accomplish. Let your passion steer you towards what you would love to do. Then be excellent in that area. Tangible and intangible rewards most likely will follow. Seek the truth. Everybody knows we are constantly bombarded with fake news from multiple sources. It is incumbent upon us to decipher what is true if we are to intelligently exercise our responsibilities as citizens. Take the time and effort to fact-check sources so that you can properly form your opinions on the issues that confront us. Without this proactive approach, we will fall victim to the merchants of falsehoods. From this pandemic, you witnessed how complex the solutions to problems can be and the necessity for seeking the truth. Use your time wisely. Time is a gift. We never know when our lives will end, so you have to regularly ask yourself, is this the best use of my precious time? Be an upstander, not a bystander. There will be situations that will call you to action. If you see an injustice or something you know in your gut to be wrong, you must gather the courage to take action in some shape or form. Ask yourself, if not me, then who? Treat others with dignity and respect. Be willing to make sacrifices for the well-being of others. Be compassionate toward others. This pandemic starkly revealed the socioeconomic inequities of our community. Some of you may have volunteered your time to help those in need. Certainly our medical community has been called to the front during this troubled time. Remember that each person has intrinsic value. Your kind treatment of others will make this world a better place. Always help those less fortunate than you. Be sure to take care of yourself as well. Otherwise, you won't be able to assist others. Our character is a direct reflection of how we treat others. Be grateful. Your parents, grandparents, and other loved ones in your circle of family and friends need to know that you appreciate them. A simple thank you could make a wonderful day for them. You know, you may never get another chance to express your gratitude. RSU 57's team of administrators, teachers, and support staff truly believe that you are valuable, that you are the future, and all of us are grateful for your achievements now and in the future. Have a good work ethic. You all have talents and skills, knowledge, and special gifts. Perhaps you've even found your calling while learning here at Massabesic High School. If not, keep searching. Have a sense of urgency in your work. Learn to self-motivate, because you may not always have someone giving you the encouragement that you need to continue on. Whatever you're doing, be present in the moment and fully engage your strengths. Remember also to find mentors in your chosen vocation. They can help you bridge the experience gap. Be purposeful in your work and always do more than is asked of you. Take risks as necessary to prepare yourself for inevitable change. Make the necessary sacrifices to achieve your dreams. Keep your eyes focused on the prize, and do not settle for anything less than your best, and do well in all things, big and small. Be authentic. There's no one else like you. Your words, actions, and deeds reflect your true self. Each of you is capable of contributing to the betterment of others. You and you alone determine your response to life's challenges. How you respond to life's changing events will reflect your attitude towards life's obstacles. I hope some of these ideas will be useful for you, and I'm sure you will pick up many as you progress through college and into the workforce. It is my honor and privilege to announce to you the winner of this year's Faculty Cup for the class of 2020. This individual exemplifies those character traits which I've been talking about. Although blessed with so many gifts, this person still works very hard to do the best job possible. This person is also a gifted athlete. This person is humble, yet fierce in competition. This cadet lives the Navy Corps values of honor, courage, and commitment. Her relationships with others are above reproach and grounded in high ethical standards. Her sense of honor inspires others. She does not shrink from her responsibilities and accountability for what she does. She regards her service to others as a privilege. Her courage gives her the moral strength to do what is right, even in the face of adversity. She respects the human dignity of each person. She has the self-discipline to demand of herself that whatever she does with excellence. She places others before herself. She recognizes the importance of being a good teammate and a good citizen. Every day, she strives to become a better person. She is a great role model for her fellow cadets and classmates. She represents the very best of the class of 2020. Her favorite quote is by Pele, a legendary soccer player. And he said, "Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing." Well, that just about sums up what this person is all about. Please join me in a thunderous Massabesic ovation for our Faculty Bowl winner, Kira Galbraith. In closing, to the class of 2020, now is the time to seek your dreams, to love one another, and to be grateful for the opportunities that lie ahead. This class is unique, unlike any before you. You will be the architects of a new world. Go forth and do good. The world needs you like never before. Answer the call. I wish you fair winds and following seas. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hey to all the students and staff and team at Massabesic. I am so proud of you. What a crazy year. My name is Sean King. I'm a journalist. I'm a civil rights organizer. And I'm also a dad. I have a high school senior here in Brooklyn, New York, at the epicenter of this pandemic. I have children of my own in elementary school, middle school, high school, and college, and their entire lives, just like yours, have been turned upside down. What a crazy semester. What a difficult time that our country is in. If you removed the coronavirus pandemic, where over 100,000 people have died, where over 40 million people have lost their jobs, if you remove that, this moment would still be so hard. But I'm proud of you for fighting back for Ahmaud Arbery, for fighting back for Breonna Taylor, for fighting back for George Floyd. I'm proud of you because you can still imagine and hope for a better country, a better future. And I don't want to say that our future depends on you, because I'm in this battle with you, but it depends on us. We get to shape what this country looks like. It's not predetermined. It's not set in stone. We get to go out into the world. And as you leave high school this year and go to college or take on a new job or a new responsibility, wherever you go, I just want to encourage you from the bottom of my heart. Don't make your dreams small. Don't make your goals small. Don't reduce your hopes just because this moment is really disturbing and problematic. This moment needs us to fight like our lives depend on it. And I've learned about so many of you. You are leaders, you are dreamers, you have hope, and I'm just proud that you pushed through so many challenges and difficulties. I heard about some of you who've actually faced incredible obstacles yourselves, and I just want you to know that I'm proud of you. Your teachers, your staff, your family, they're proud of you. But this is just the beginning. A graduation, yes, is the end of one phase, but what it really is a transition. It's a transition for you to leave this moment and really walk into adulthood. You are going to feel over the next few years like you have 1 foot in childhood and 1 foot in adulthood. And that's a tricky time. But I want you to lean into the responsibilities of being an adult, of making this country, making your life mean all that it can. And so I'm rooting for you in every way. I'm in your corner. If there's ever anything that I can do to support any of you, just let me know. Let your teachers and staff know. But I'm in your corner. I'm proud of you. Keep on pushing, all right? Proud of each and every one of you. Congratulations on your graduation today. Take care, everybody.
David Smith. Samantha Johnston. Raven Bean. Shadow Muchmore Allen. Isabel Rose Chartier. Tristan James Pierce. Helen Philbrick. Robert Wayne Chessie. Camden Scott Paquin. Samuel J. Fleming. Audrey Elston. Taylor Warren Regan. Brian Jason Hill. Nicholas Gagnon. Tyler Logan Mercier. Michael Hussey Scott. Benjamin D. Lavec. Jada Deandra Harris. Renisha Marcella Harris. Hunter James King. Micah Ocusco. William McHugh. Gregory Roberts. Ethan Daniel Dorr. Finney. Cameron James Emery. Sophia Lee Albert. Candace Lee. Hannah J. Grames. Cassidy Lang. Andres Enrique Vargas. Colby Michael Gary. Adriana Urban Herrera. Ryan Christopher St. Laurent. Glenn Armel Jr. Hannah Gardner. Holden Michael Scott. Gavin Taylor Valenti. Kyle Smith. Garrett Francor. Saoirse Glenn. Benjamin Daniel Broner. Gregory Floyd. Hope Levis. Nicholas Myers. Cameron Stewart. Ryan Foglio. Savannah Elaine Burke. Gavin Corey. Daniel Johnston. Dylan Reed. Isabella Lanoy. Melanie Labby. Emily Susimo. Jeffrey Fosgate. Abigail Stonehouse. Samantha Harmon. Nicholas Jones. Isabella D. Lamontagne. Demi Alexis Bollier. Jordan Thomas Balarjan. Brielle Grace Stubbs. Wolfgang Strauss. Everett J. Bobian. Travis Sanborn. Zachary Smith. Julian Micaiah Maddox. Jeremy M. Seidel. Baron Ernest. Carly Ellen Westcott. Alexis Ann Norton. Jonathan Richards. Haley Tristan Caswell. Elizabeth M. Averill. Olivia Jade Smith. Colby Hyde. Jacob Breton. Shauna Rankins. Lauren Helen Kiss. Ashley Davis. James Worthing. Caitlin Buddha. Dyer. Ashley Lynn Day. Jacob Matthew Burville. Ethan Roy. Michael R. Bedell Jr. Jacob David DeRocher. Alyssa May Paquin. Grace Camella DeSimone. Branya Martine Olson. Hunter Edward Monahan. Saraline Libby. Madison Jones. Aristia Moore. Bryce A. Klein. James K. Huff Jr. Owen Douglas Roberts. Abigail Nicole Smith. Brandon Murphy. Matthew Pooler. Logan DeHaze. Tucker Lucas. Elijah Sanborn. Lexi Marie Ingham. Connor Robles. Aileen J. Turner. Samantha Dudley. Michaela Robinson. Demetrius S. Ridley. Quinton Michael Beener. Lauren Lane Opal Heathcote. Hayden David Peters. Ozzy Hudson. Connor Soulier. Rebecca Jade McClurkin. Mitchell Scott Blair. Tyler Vaccaro. Cameron J. DeRocher. Ethan J. Lambert. Benjamin Sampson. Keelan Harrigan. Timothy McCoy Jr. Brianna Bernier. Alyssa Pamela Ann Sansusi. Elijah Daniel Perrin. Parker Robinson Jalbert. Eric L. Crowley. Kaylee May King. Blake W. Proctor. Lizzie Bates Torrey. Ashley May Davis. Annabelle Cody Gendro. Rebecca Aubrey Roy. Moronsky. Brianna Lynn Messier. Kira Marie Galbraith. Alyssa Renee Huff. Emma Carolyn Sweat. Colby Cole. Julia Saunders Gregoire. Jake Abbott. Jonah Daniel Roy. Tree Cielo Yale. Curtis Joseph Morin. Emily Christine Morin. Amber Lee Arsenault. Aiden Neil Russell. Michael Robert Littlefield. Braden Dagnault. Tyler John Lambert. Cameron Dyer. James M. Lassard. Haley Ann Bradbury. Alexis Lee McConaughey. Sierra Rose Leclerc. Abigail Higgins. Alexis Steffens. Trinity Steffens. Nicholas Robert. Savannah G. Chap. Sarah N. Cloutier. Cameron Parkhurst. Elizabeth Faith Saucier. Desiree Gail Givens. Blake Massey. Savannah Catherine Wakita. Haley Elizabeth Cusson. Nathan Sabin. Taylor Starbird. Nathan Libby. Aiden Peters. Parham. Zachary Vandal. Colbrin Costello. Autumn Landry. Ethan Bean. Madison Vale. Jocelyn Jarrow. Dylan A. Tardif. Kayla J. Stalecki. Allison Blair. Amy Giles. Micah William Fitzgerald. Nick Jansen. Michael R. Morin III.